All right, we're gonna do a stream mostly to see whether or not um, the settings here for streaming are fucked up or not. I just got back from vacation and it looks like some sort of little elves have been here and updated Open Broadcaster or something. I don't know. I wonder who that could be. And so we'll see whether or not it looks like there might be an audio lag now. I don't know. I messed some stuff around, but I can't see where it's storing the clips, so I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so let's see what's on my desk. So the last thing I was doing on live stream was some data recovery, which was a frustrating shit ball that ended up being the guy had nudged the power management chip and there was a short that he created that we knew about, and then it turned out that it was a dead CPU. Really easy to do. If you are messing around with a power management chip, you better have a good reason. It rarely fails. And if you don't have a good reason, then it's really easy to nudge it in a way that it will send the wrong voltage down the wrong line, and that will easily kill the GPU or CPU. So let's rush data before vacation, rush data after vacation. Yes, rehat CPU, fuck you. All right, so let's see what's on my desk, and we'll see if we can get some stuff fixed. So what I have right now is something I inherited from my staff. This is a rear camera problem on an iPhone 6s that's here for backlight, and it's pretty obvious what's going on with that. So that one will be easy. So this is a 6s. Let me see if I can. Everything's different now. Everything's fucked up. Boo. All right, let's see. So this is a 6S standard backlight job that is missing two dudes here. So that's certainly why the rear camera's not working. So what do we do about that? Let's figure out who those guys are. So it looks like there are, let's see. I think there's 1, 2, 3, a little dude, and then these two guys next to it. So let's figure out who that is. So we will head over to the schematic and take a look. So iPhone 6s schematic. Let's get a look on that, and let's take you over here. board and see what's going on with folks over here in chat land. How do I get rid of that? All right. No sound. Fantastic. No audio. She always loses audio when she's looking at her schematic. Lewis, you took away my audio because I had already fixed that. Let's go yell at him. Where is he? Let's tell him to unfuck this up. This is fucked up for sure. I fixed audio when what did you do for audio input? You're probably doing something wrong. Fuck you. Come figure it out. All right. Can hear you on the Jessicam. What about on Microscope? Let's see. Is that working? Can you hear me? Audio on Microscope? Audio input capture 1. Yeah, that should work. Audio stops when you're looking at screen capture. Fine. Screen down. How about now? Can you hear that now? I think that was just turned down. That was definitely not my fault. All right, so let me go yell. You're probably doing something wrong. I never touched it. Whatever, I figured it out. Audio input was turned down on screen capture. All right, fine. Okay. Your exterior cameras will use your exterior mics. No, it's not set up like that. Okay. Let's get back to fixing this board. So I dug up a couple of iPhone 6s. And let's take a look. And see if they still have that dude. All right, this one. This one got robbed of something around there. All right, this guy's gonna have it. All right, let's check back and see exactly which one it was again. I'm gonna click back over here, and it is number 123. All right. Wow, I haven't been in here in a long time. Everything's moved around, cleaned up. JBC is turned off. All right, we're gonna dig out the silicone. My nozzle is missing. God fucking damn it. Who took my nozzle? Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right, let's get this sucker off. It's weird that it was missing off of that other board. I don't remember ever needing that guy before. Tweezers are fucked up. So I want to hear what you guys, what kind of clever arguments do you, or rebuttals do you have for the common right to repair stuff? For security, I wrote a long thing in my letter about good old Error 53. And what people forget about Error 53 is that Error 53 was around for a year before that Guardian article brought it to public attention. So it was around for a year. Everybody knew about it. Apple certainly knew about it. We knew about it. And it was, it was an annoying thing. And then the Guardian article came out. And what I remember about that time is that within a few days, Apple issued a statement. Do you guys remember this statement? Where the statement was, it's for your protection. Don't worry about it. It is a intentional, security check to prevent the, use of unauthorized, parts in your device. And they specifically mentioned Apple Pay. And I remember that. And then they forgot maybe that they had published on, apple.com some support papers that told everybody exactly, what the fuck? What is wrong now? What is happening? What is it? Is it fine? Seems fine. Seems fine to me. I need to figure out which side. I think it was this side was the filter. And then it was less than 2 weeks later, that they kind of really backpedaled on that. And they issued another statement that pretty much reversed their assertion that it was for your own good security protection, because it wasn't. The iPhone is protected by the passcode lock, the Touch ID, the fingerprint sensor, can only it can't circumvent the passcode lock. All it does is sort of courtesy bypass it. Not even bypass it, it enters it for you. And that's, why is this fucked up now? I didn't do this. Move this around. This is why you should never update anything. It's just bullshit. How do I fix that? Make that not be there. God fucking damn it. All right. What's going on over here? What did Jessa do? I didn't do anything. Everything is out of place. That's right. My argument against the security risk is that the Galaxy series has interchangeable home button fingerprint scanners. There have been 0 hacks that allow people to steal your information. Love it! Love it, Chris Long. What else you got? You're a smart guy. Scar tissue. I cannot quite deadlift as much as Lewis, but I'm hot on the tail of that. I'm going the slow and steady deadlifting plan instead of the put on angry music and then just try to rip yourself apart. That's his plan. I'm not a fan of that. All right, this is going to work now, so let's see how hard it would be to put back that missing cap. So let's go back to look at the schematic, and hopefully you guys can hear now. So let's see where is that schematic? So let's go back to the 6S. Let's go back to the board view, and let's see. So it's this dude, C3220. C3220, tell us about yourself. All right, so what else do you guys have? So security, do you think that there is really a bona fide risk for, what if we all had the ability to program those Touch IDs ourselves? So that's I think that would feel like a reasonable risk. Like what happens if this blue NAND changer thing was a fingerprint Touch ID marrier, so that I could just buy one off the shelf and then marry it to the board. My opinion is that that's not really a security risk at all, because if you read the Apple white paper on how the secure enclave works and how the boot chain and chain of trust work, it requires the passcode. It requires the passcode a lot. So there's all of these sort of stipulations of how long you can go just logging into the device with a fingerprint sensor without entering in the passcode. And it requires the passcode a lot. So if you were to, it's hard for me to imagine how in the hands of, how can this be a security risk? There's no way that a fingerprint scanner device is going to be used to beat someone over the head until they tell you their passcode, and then you could enter that in and then put your fingerprint in their device and have access to it. You know, that's the only way that could happen, is if you use the tool, the machine itself, as a weapon of pain and tortured somebody into telling you the passcode. As far as I can tell, that's the only way that would happen. All right, so let's keep on working on this. They could also require Apple ID info from the customer for it to reprogram. Sure, yep. How many average people are going to take a phone apart and change the damn fingerprint sensor to get in? I don't think it's about average people. I think it is, you know, what happens if you put tools that, you know, would then increase the world of people that are wanting to claim, you know, carve a notch in their headboard that says, I was able to defeat the encryption on an iPhone, so I was able to get into it. So I think that's really what the concern is. All right, I got to go back and hunt down this cap. So let's see, who is it? It is a C3220. C3220. It is a standard 1 microfarad, 6.3 rated 0201 cap. That should be pretty standard. So let's go look on the iPhone 6 for a match. We'll go over there and look for 1 microfarad. Nope, nope, nope. I guess that one would work. I think that the schematics is going to be tough. I think that regardless of whatever the right to repair bill says, that you know, a state can say, hey, you got to give these guys a schematic. And if I was Apple, I would say, you know, prove it. You know, like I consider that a trade secret. And we can say, no, it's not a trade secret, and here's why. And they could say, yes, it is. And I think that one will be tough. But that's unfortunate. I'd argue that it's not a trade secret when everybody already has it. So, and given that, it really doesn't meet the trade secret definition of providing an economic advantage, because of the fact that that everyone and their grandmother has all of these iPhone schematics, and they haven't amounted to any loss of competitive advantage, that it would be hard to claim that the schematic itself has an economic value. And without that, then I don't think it can be a trade secret. But all of those, I think, would be fairly detailed arguments. All right, so we're looking up this dude. So it's a 1 microfarad, 6.30201. Fine, C1541, which I think is one of the chestnut area guys. C1541. Yep. So that guy. All right, so let's go grab him and get this one in the done pile so that we can look at the giant shit pile that's left over. All right, let's find a board with that guy on it. All right, let's look over here. I know your grandmother. Tell me a microscope model. Go click the video, any of these video descriptions, including this one, where I have painstakingly written all that down for you. And click the link so that I get paid when you buy it. How about that? How about that idea? And if you're from somewhere else, from Brazil, go over to Lewis's page and click one of Lewis's links, because he bothered to set it all up for international. All right, so I think it was that guy. I just want to double check on this. It is C1541. is the little dude, see, 1541, right by Chestnut. Jessa has enough money. No, I don't. I had to rent a convertible today. I had to rent a convertible, which I got in trouble for because apparently that's not cool. What the fuck? I'm not dragging suitcase upon suitcase of all sorts of audio recording gear. I'm going to record this stuff grandma style. I am going to take the existing live stream that they already make with their professional audio and their, like, you know, professional pro, we're the legislator setup, and they live stream it. I'm going to just take that live stream and stream that, and it's going to be awesome and free. It's going to be free. All right, let's grab this off of here. How much does it cost for a men's suit? My opinion is that, like, what is it like shopping for men's suits? If you're like, you know, what kind of different grades are there? I mean, I get it that a tuxedo is so expensive that you can't see that. You know, a tuxedo is so expensive that you rent one instead of buy one. But I mean, a tuxedo is sort of just a glorified suit. So, you know, why is one suit jacket have a $650 price tag at Macy's? You know, this is not at the guys. You stand on a pillow and he measures you and puts pins all over you and you come back. This is buy one at Macy's that's on a hanger. Why is one suit $650? Just the jacket, $650. And, you know, the next one is $100. Like, what's the difference there? What do you need to look for when buying men's suit jackets? I have no idea. All right. You can get a custom-made suit. Like, you mean you can get a custom-made suit that has the jacket and pants for $1,000? Dude, Lewis, you were getting fucking raped. You were smart. You were smart to walk out of there. Your inner cheapskate prevailed. You would be fucking having to go back there and return that shit. That would suck. How did your vegan shoes work out? Were they made of seaweed like I predicted or no? Alright, let's get that little dude back on there. Yeah, I have like an inherent shakiness that I don't normally have. I think it's from coming here straight from the gym. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't want to be shaky. All right. Let's see. Indochino does them for $500 Canadian full suit. Damn. Damn. All right. All right, let's get this cleaned up, see what happens. That was really nice to put back on that cap for this dude. Just to be nice. Bought my scope from your link, Jessa. Yes! Great job! What, if any, Barlow lens do you use? I use no Barlow lens. I'm a big believer in no Barlow lens. But that is totally personal preference. Boo, return it. No! So if you're going to get a Barlow lens, you get the 0.5x Barlow lens. But that puts you at a different sort of body position. You're like kind of having to look up. You'll lose a little bit of light. Mark can't solder without the Barlow lens, but I don't like it at all. I think it's kind of like whatever you start out with is what you get accustomed to, and then that feels really natural. And so Chris Long is on the prowl. What I need out of you, Chris Long, is to get Ruby Lewis to go on a cruise, on a certain cruise. That's what needs to happen here. That is the only possible bait that I could think of that would potentially get some buy-in from our buddy who hates people. Is there any decent budget hot air station? Yeah, the Quick 861 right over there. One of these days I will move it from there to here so you can check it out, but not today. Got too much. The Love Boat, yes. Yeah, we went to an event and there was that needs to charge, bartender that looked just like Isaac from The Love Boat. All right, that looks like it's going to take a while. All right, so we'll leave that to the side. Okay, next. All right, which one of these rush data should we do first? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to this damn cruise. Fuck CTIA bitches. Yes. 6S, 6. iPhone 5. That's usually pretty good. Let's start with the iPhone 6. My LED light on my Anscope took a shit today when I touched it, and static electricity took its toll. I wonder if there's a fuse or if I have to buy another one. I don't know. I've fixed mine about 1,000 times from burning the little wires. This is from Lincoln, Nebraska. Yes! I'm going to hand deliver it. This is going to be great. Hope we can fix it. Yes. This is going to be great. Yay, I'm so excited. I set my price for the cruise. Justin knows what it is. I like the, I don't think we'll ever be able to talk you into it, but here's what I think you should do. I think you should just say fine, and otherwise you're going to be just hounded. Like, I think it's the DW version of the 861. You are going to just be really, really hounded. I'll try not to hound you more than, like, I don't know, once every 3 days. That's the only thing that's the only promise I can make about that. But I know, I get it, it's painful. All right, let's see. Where's my fucking screwdriver? There's no screwdriver here. Which is more common, Cumulus or Mason? Mason by far. Mason by far. Ah, here's my screwdriver. Falsely accused. Sorry. Sorry, team. Yes, so Chris Long, did you do that video that I'm going to do if you don't do it soon with your M1 jumper rationale? Alrighty. Let's see what we have here. A missing screw in the long screw damage hole. That doesn't look good. I don't want to have to do long screw today. I have way too much shakiness for that. Oh, let's see what we have. This is cool. Lewis, I'm fixing a phone from Lincoln, Nebraska. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so random? Like, that is so weird. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. Oh, good. No long screw damage. Yay! All right, so this is not a water damaged phone. And let's see. What should I do with this phone? I mean, it's pretty cool to get a phone from Lincoln, Nebraska to fix when I'm going to Lincoln, Nebraska in 2 days. That is rush, like to go to fix this and then have Kelly Riley. Oh, this is what we should do. Kelly Riley show up at the whatever the Capitol and pick up your device. That would be cool. All right, let's just see what DC Power Supply says about this. Let's hope I can fix it. If I can't fix it, that's going to be a giant bummer. Now it's suddenly important. All right, let's see what happens on DC Power with this iPhone 6 from Lincoln, Nebraska. I wonder if she also talked to Ryan. That would be pretty. I wonder if she went. I would love it if she went and talked to Ryan that we called so many times. All right, so it is not booting. And it gets kind of a big short when I hit go. Yep. So it's got a big ass short. Which points to my favorite repair. So we're going to check for VCC main short. So when I connected it to DC Power, it would just, at prompt to boot, it would show a big ass short. All right, let's see. Let's check out. Maybe Ryan saw the video and sent you something. Well, I want to know now. I'm going to call her up. Let's first see if we can actually fix it, because otherwise, that would be uncool. All right, we're going to dig up our favorite little buddy over here and see if that's where the short is. I'm going to go to diode mode to get a better reading. Not VCC main short. Well, that's different. All right, well, not a VCC main short kind of makes me question my power supply, but let's take the board out and check a few things. Let me check the backlight rail on this. Change your bit rate. I'm not allowed to make changes. Somebody came in and changed some bit rate and said it was going to be amazing, so we'll have to see if that's true or not. All right, let's see. Backlight circuit, how are you doing? Normal. Alrighty. What's wrong with my bit rate? You don't like my bit rate? All right, let's see where else this thing could have a short. Let's see if we can find out. This is not amazing. Lewis! I'm getting complaints. I didn't get complaints before, I know that. I didn't used to get complaints, and now I'm getting complaints. I don't know what to say. There's only been one variable that has changed. Let's see, I'm going to read her note to see if she says anything about how she found. Oh, yay. All right, show me where the bit rate is. I didn't used to get complaints about bit rate. I don't even know what bit rate is. I assume that bit is it different now? Could be piece of shit internet, I guess. It's buffering. Great. That's crazy. Lincoln, Nebraska. It's under the stream tab. I'm not in charge of that. Well, buffering sounds like a internet problem, but we're supposed to have amazing internet. Let's see. It's still uploading my other video, which never completes. Better so far. I don't know what to tell you. We have the top of the line creme de la internet, the best internet that money can buy here in Rochester, New York, which is 55. Yeah. And that would be for $300. In theory, the dude came out and Time Warner was bought by Spectrum out here, and they came out and claimed they could make it be 100 down, 10 up. But shit like this seems to happen a lot. All right, so I'm going to hunt around. What will kill streaming? What did he do? Jess is uploading a video while streaming. That's the video that I told you to upload the other day. It never works. Don't worry, it'll quit. Let's see. What's going on with this device? Any physical damage? No. All right, let's check for a short on battery line. I don't see why you can't stream and upload a video with 10. We used to have 5. That seems okay. Oh, that's a bad one. Okay, that's a good one. All right, so we found the short, and the short is on one of the NAND power rails. So let's hope that it's one of the classic caps that always goes bad, and we will kick it off and see if we can bring this phone back to life. All right, so we'll start with this one. Goodbye, little cap. And let's see if that's it. Fix the phone so that it becomes a tractor. Yes. This phone is now officially a John Deere phone. No. Yay. All right, short is gone. Phone's gonna be fixed. Okay, let's see if we can make Kelly Riley's dreams come true. So now we're gonna put this back together and see if we can get it working. Get it working. So let's say this phone works. What should I do? How should I take advantage of the fact that this phone is from a Nebraska constituent in the same town that the right to repair hearing is going to be? And honestly, if I were to put it in a suitcase and take it to Nebraska myself, assuming that it is fixed here, that would be faster than us shipping it. So what should I do? I think that'd be cool. Hand deliver. I like that idea. That'd be kind of fun. All right. Ask her to come with you. I like the idea of saying, you can pick up your phone. Wouldn't this be cool? You can pick up your phone at 1 o'clock in room, whatever it is, at the Lincoln, Nebraska state legislature and turn it on and see if all your data's saved. And then you can, you know, whatever this was important enough for her to pay Rush. So usually that's when people are super, super jazzed about data. But first, let's see if we can actually fix it. All right, so I see, you know, low battery signal. Hey, I'm trying to charge. I just want to know. So I think I might grab a new battery just to see if it will boot without having software corruption. So since this was a NAND power rail short, you could have software corruption, in which case there's no path to data, but let's find out. Let's see, where's a good 6 battery? There you go. Fixing mom quit her job working as an insurance appraiser to become a stay-at-home mom and started fixing car ECUs on the side. Sounds awesome. Yeah, I think moms are natural fixers. You gotta solve problems all day long. All right, let's see if this battery already has charge in it. And if so, we don't know which soldering station you should get. .8 should be good enough to boot. All right, let's switch in this battery and see what happens. The stream is better. What's the issue with this phone? This phone is here for data recovery and it had a big ass short, which we found, relieved, and are now seeing if that was the only thing wrong with it, in which case it will boot, but we don't know yet. I am grabbing a good battery. And let's see. Oh, you're not allowed to say single mom on my channel. All right, let's see. And what's cool about this phone is that it, you know, I just picked it out of my rush pile. I just got back from vacation, and it comes from Kelly Riley from Lincoln, Nebraska, which is pretty crazy. All right, so let's see if it can not have software corruption. Boot. Come on, you can do it. Don't be corrupted. Kelly's gonna be so sad if you have corrupted software. I mean, that's another thing. Like, wouldn't it be great if with right to repair, you could try to solve things like corrupted software? But no. Yay! Lock screen. So let's see if we can get into this phone. She did provide her passcode. I love her already. And we have data. All right, so there we go. So that's great news for Kelly. I'm going to put this phone back together and you guys can tell me what I should do. Because that's pretty cool that, you know, she lives in the exact place where the right to repair fight is happening in 2 days on Wednesday. I'm going to fly out there on Wednesday, and in theory, I could tell her, hey, come pick it up at the hearing. Wouldn't that be awesome? I love that idea. A little bit in love with that idea. I think I'm going to do it. What do you think, Lewis? Should we do that? You want to meet Kelly? All right, let's see. What brand of ECUs are you fixing? Yes, tell us about your ECU fixing. I'm going to guess that that stands for like emission control unit, but that's kind of a guess. I really don't know. And we'll put this phone all the way back together before we move on. That is a great idea. We hope it is fade at work. Won't that be cool? I love this idea. Wonder if Kelly Riley can take off work. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if, you know, like, I want to know her story. Like, I would expect she had a full short from that happens after like a mild drop. I don't have any idea how she found her way to us. But typically she has been told that there's no hope and this is not recoverable and you're shit out of luck. That's certainly what Apple would have told her. And, you know, she undoubtedly got that message from Apple. And I think it's pretty awesome to kind of get, oh no, it's fine. We fixed it. All your memories are still there. I mean, that's pretty cool. I would think if I were the consumer that I would be all about do anything you can to support the people that just saved my data. All right. Let's see. Maybe all the rest in my pile are going to be easy like that. That would be awesome. Let me put my charger back on that phone. And fill in all these screws. And that phone is... Reminders. Finish your fucking Christmas list. Haha. Alrighty. So I love that Error 53 story. Going back to that, where you know, Apple really kind of showed their true colors with it because they initially said, oh yes, this is a security measure for your protection, and then they kind of got publicly outed that the having a non-native fingerprint sensor doesn't really translate to a bona fide security risk because the passcode lock is the actual security for the encrypted data, and the fingerprint sensor is just like a vanity mirror. You can't access data without the passcode, even if you have a fake or fraudulent or any kind of brand new, a dead one, a new one, a wrong one, a fake one, one that recognizes any fingerprint ubiquitously. It doesn't really matter, you know. So they kind of got outed after they'd publicly said it's a security protection, you know, it's for your own good. Then they really kind of got busted on that, and all the class action suits came out, and it was less than 2 weeks later that they issued a completely different statement, which was what they should have said in the beginning. If they had just said, yeah, we fucked up, sorry, you know, yeah, actually we had no idea it annoyed this many people, and yeah, we'll totally get on that right now, we totally just fucked up. Then people would have been like, all right, everybody makes mistakes, what are you going to do? But no, it was the lying. It was the showing their stripes of saying, let's just tell them all let's just tell them all that it's security for their own good. They'll and we'll use the word Apple Pay and fingerprint sensor, and everybody will be like, yeah, man, whatever. Security is so important. Do whatever you have to do. Brick my phone. I don't care. Security is number one. So they tried that, and it failed, which I absolutely love. And I think that is a great story, because their second statement said, this was a factory check to confirm that the Touch ID fingerprint sensor actually matched the CPU. And if it didn't, then it would kick out error 53. Makes sense. And it was never intended to affect the end consumer. Sounds perfectly reasonable and the truth. But they'd already said it was security for your own good. So now we know. Now we have a fact. The fact is that Apple has no problem outright lying or just attempting to use the word security when they know that there's not really a bona fide security risk. They're just going to use that word to try and bully their way through whatever difficulty of the day is. All right, this is almost put all the way back together. So good news for Kelly. And we'll have to go send it up front to actually recover it and make a drive. Part of our data recovery service is to pull off the pictures, the notes, contacts, and kind of organize them into reasonable folders. All right, so we're going to let Kelly charge up here. And that's a good story. And now let's check on that first one to see if its camera is working now. So we'll see if it is. So rear camera, need to get a little alcohol in the lens. All right, so there we have rear camera is working. And let's check front camera. Front camera, selfie camera is working. Look, you can see yourself. All right, so that one is fixed as well. And let me check on the chat. I think at 2 for 2, we'll stop the stream and see if anybody else has any other last thoughts or comments before we are heading into Nebraska. Stream is not buffering. No, that video is never going to upload. Uploading 8%. No, this video is the longest, worst video I ever did. This is me fixing an iPad Air charging problem, which everybody always asks me about. And this iPad Air charging problem ended up getting fixed, but it had to be set on fire, and I had to drill a hole all the way through the board, change the power management chip, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's a big-ass monster video that will probably never upload. So let's see. What else is going on in chat that I missed? What's the issue with the phone? I saw that. Discussion about soldering stations. I'm glad that Lewis and Jessa is fixing shits rather than put them aside. What does that mean? I have no idea. I have a 6S with image flickering. I'm wondering if a bad chestnut can cause this. That's extremely unlikely. So you guys probably discussed that down below, but image versus backlight, you need to distinguish those two things. If it's backlight, that's very classic. And if it's image, it's classic as well. But you'll want to work from the connector and figure out your image power lines and your backlight power lines and follow the highway of those lines and make sure that highway is intact and it doesn't have a short to ground. If you do that, then you'll solve it whether or not it's backlight or image. Figured about you two entirely from this channel. Awesome. Because ECUs are boring. Let's see. The screen jumps when I lay the phone on the desk. All right, that's the screen jumps when I lay the phone on the desk. That sounds a little bit touch instead of image or backlight. Known good screen. Let's see what else. Are there gray lines at the top of the screen if you apply a little bit of twist to the phone? She said it was a 6S, so that wouldn't really apply. I thought it was 6 touch disease. 6S has that as well. No, it does not. If you put pressure on the connector, does it do anything different? If she had listened, meaning this customer Kelly, to, yeah, I totally hear that. Enzo Caggiano says that if Kelly had listened to Apple and not had that question, that inner skepticism, that, you know, that's the thing where, you know, the image that has been so professionally marketed and built of this sort of all-knowing white store god of the phone manufacturer. If the phone manufacturer tells you nothing can ever be done, your data is gone, there is no path to data, then most people are going to go okay and cry. So it is, you know, wonderful when people think, I'm not really sure that you, person who built and made the phone, know what you're talking about. I'm going to go send it to some mom in another state. I mean, that's a huge leap, and I think it's fantastic that she did that. 6S, Matthew says, normally doesn't have it, but it's always safe to check all options. Setting phone down with Ghost Touch is not normally the screen. Yes, it is. Ghosting is almost always the screen. Let's put some pressure. She's getting LCD flicker, not touch issue. Jessa and Lewis have nice voices. What? All right, so Enzo needs to go to bed. Jessa, what do you see yourself different from other repair shops? I don't really. You know, I think that we do a lot of science here. We do a lot of experimenting and skepticism, but that's really from my you know, long training in science. Go to bed. I am in bed. All right. Let's see. Stream is not buffering anymore. I made it. Chris Long says I made a video on my touch repairs. Feel free to check it out. All right, will do. Lewis has secret 4chan members that love to do strange crap. Yes, he does. Hi, what about error 27? Error 27 is always a corruption of software. There's no path to data, and it comes because somebody did something stupid. It's always an error of stupidity. It is related to the battery, and it comes from trying to boot a phone with a bad battery and continuing to try to boot the phone with the bad battery. So this would be like water damaged phones that have bad batteries. It would come from missing the little peckers that tell the battery gas gauge. But anytime you've got a gas gauge problem that you don't correct, if you have a gas gauge problem, you recognize it, you immediately correct it, then you're never going to have error 27. But if you don't, if you just if you allow a phone to sit there when it has a gas gauge hardware defect, either from the battery or the board, then you will develop error 27. No path to data. Give up now. Her business is next to a firehouse. Yes, it is. All right. I think that is going to be it. Since we fixed 2 phones, we will quit while we are ahead. And that's it. Bye-bye, everybody.